Hello, it is I, Christopher McLeod AKA Diagnostic 80 for the Full Force News Burst Live, coming at you with lots of news again today. Lots of news again today. It's going to make the weekly very substantial when it comes around on Saturday. Now, what am I talking about today? Two major stories kind of cropped up today. The first happened late last night, actually, and was we already got comments coming through. Hello Zartan, hello David Allen. Getting the usual crew joining in, which is great. Keep the comments coming in, of course, all the way through. I'll see what I can get to and what I can, questions I can answer as we go. I managed all right last night. I think I got to most stuff. So hey JMac, yes JMac, we'll get to that in a second. I'm doing well. Let's get stuck in then. So the first story, like I said, but broke last night technically, and I didn't want to go live at like 9:30, 10 o'clock. It wasn't happening. So I thought, I'll save it for tomorrow, just in case there isn't anything else that happens. Lo and behold, other things happen. But let's get stuck into this Firefly reveal. Now, ThreeZero are doing an incredible job. They just only last week dropped pre-orders for Roadblock, 86 Roadblock. Hello, Ryan. How you doing? And now, just days later, we have Firefly. Now, obviously, we discussed, Firefly was like the concept art had been shown off. So I think we can safely assume that Lady J is going to be next. Just absolutely sensational, this figure, isn't it? Wayne O'Brien, hello from Dublin, Ireland. Hello. Representing. Hello, Wayne. David Allen finally got pictures of Firefly. Yes, well, of ThreeZero Firefly. Mezco Firefly is a completely different kettle of fish, which I think what you might be referring to there. W scale, it's 112. You're talking Fig Zero. Sorry, 1/6. Sorry, what am I talking about? 12-inch. 1/6 scale, Fig Zero, ThreeZero. That's what you're talking about. So 1/6 scale collectible figure Firefly. Now this just looks awesome already, and we can get into some more kind of details. The image they've gone for is a clever one. It's kind of like hinting at that card art, the original card art, where he's got his back to you, showing off his backpack and all the gear in it, the gubbins. Let's take a look at the close-up on this. Oh, look at that. So, okay, first off, a couple of things I've noticed. First of all, loving the camouflage. I like the kind of additional layer of camo they've got going on there. You might be able to hear the noise in the background. That's right. We've got dinner on the way. Robert H says, look, it's my favorite aerial bot, Firefly. Transformers joke. I like it. But what I like on this is, well, there's a lot of detail going on here just from what we can see. You've got like shoulder pads that are a separate piece. You've got pouches on straps, gauntlets on the wrist, kind of really intricate kind of gloves going on. This is not an Entertainment Earth Yet Renegade Biker, unfortunately. No, this is just the image reveal. No pre-orders, nothing yet. Expect more images and more information like that probably tonight. Late tomorrow even. We'll do another news burst if we do get more images, because I like to see all the stuff he's going to come with. Obviously, you can see the pistol there. You've got the goggles. I really love the camouflage. Like I was saying, there's an additional color they've thrown in there to make it more traditional camouflage. And I really like that on this Firefly. I'm not sure if it is the case, but it looks like his left eye might just be all white, in some sort of like scarring scenario. I don't know. It's hard to say. It might not be. And we'll see, obviously, when more images come out. But loads of detail, loads of cool weapons and gear and stuff. The backpack's interesting as well, isn't it? Lots going on there. Pouches, kind of like maybe kind of like detonators. All sorts of cool stuff going on. I think there's going to be more to it, and I can't really wait to get a good look at that backpack. You've got the pistol there as well. Very kind of rough metallic kind of style as well. I love that kind of effect they've got on the weapons, and his rifle as well, which we can take a closer look at on the next image, I think. It's kind of half and half, I think, on the... Yeah, it is, unfortunately. So, yeah, you kind of cheatily see it. on the image behind it as well. And yeah, it's really nice, that one, really cool. I'm guessing removable magazines, so that would be nice too. Moving on through the figure, and I kind of took I took a few shots to kind of get some good close-ups. I just wanted to look at his butt. I didn't, but you've got some, again, like almost like maybe kind of like detonator switches going on there on like that pad, that kind of metallic pad strapped to his left thigh. You've got obviously got the pistol holster on the other side, the knee pads, and the boots are really cool. And again, I did take a close up of the boots too, just to get like a really good view of them. Difficult at the moment with all the text and stuff in the way, but you can see there's a lot going on there, a lot of intricacy, kind of like an overlap from the boot cuff going over the actual foot part as well, which is really cool. Lots of layers, lots of detail. Very, very interested in this. And yeah, beautiful, beautiful figure. Let's just go back to the full shot. This is, again, like ThreeZero are just absolutely blowing it out of the park, smashing it out of the park at the moment. Donald Allen, thanks for the comment. I'm so happy where G.I. Joe is right now. It feels like we're a priority again in the toy game. It's hard not to feel that way, isn't it? Especially when there's so much kind of being done for us as, not even just as a commercial fandom, but like some real deep homage stuff, which we'll get to a little bit later on with another story that sort of broke today. Yes. What's up, Outback Stew? How you doing, buddy? J Max says, I thought I was done with ThreeZero, but this figure threw me back in. It's tough to avoid them, isn't it? They've done exceptional work with Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow in multiple releases. They've done exceptional work with that Roadblock figure, and they're doing even more exceptional work with this Firefly figure. And I have a feeling, based on concept art that we've seen, that Lady J is probably going to be next. I'm not sure if she's going to be next week, but the way they're churning them out, it could very well be. You never really know, do you, the way that this is happening? So again, we don't know any details about this figure yet. This is just a figure reveal, kind of almost like a teaser, you could say. The actual post that ThreeZero made said, from the Ruthless Cobra organization, ThreeZero's 1/6 G.I. Joe series continues with Firefly. That's it. That's all we're getting in terms of information. So I'm expecting, it could even be now. ThreeZero might even have just gone, you know what, while he's on his News Burst Live, let's drop some more images. I'm kidding, like they care. But yeah, I get the feeling we might see more images tomorrow and more details, possibly even a pre-order information. But I think that's going to come quicker than Mezco's teaser image. Still up in the air, pre-order. Who knows? Who knows? Not I to answer that question. What's going on here, W? Can't remember if I talked to you guys about this or not, but any suggestions who to crew newish Hiss Megatron? I got Baroness and a Demon to travel with Destro, maybe the convention lady with Ravage. Yeah, I mean, anybody can, really. But yeah, that's a good shout. The Ravage Baroness would be a good shout, definitely. Tim Wan says, I've been waiting on this for a while and so glad it's turned out so great. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if everyone understands right now. But yeah, obviously we had that Mezco reveal, didn't we, a while back, a long time ago, last year actually. But they never actually followed through with any information. This is ThreeZero, and yes, we have known about this for a while because they did concept art and they did say that Firefly was coming with Destro, Baroness, Scarlet, Duke, Lady J, etc., etc. So yeah, it's. But I don't want people getting confused or messed up. This is not the 6-inch Mezco. It is the 12-inch 1/6 scale ThreeZero figure. And not saying that you are getting mixed up, Tim, because we have known for a while that this is coming, and this was one that we were even talking about last night. Possibly could be next up. So yeah. So now we know it's Firefly. Expect Lady J come in next. What else we got going on? I mean, W, there's lots, isn't there? Reaction Transformers, Bats, Red Laser Bootleg, Shockwave Bat. There's loads of options for that Hiss Tank Megatron, definitely. Hi, Martin McCanny on the show watching at the moment. How you doing, buddy? I was chatting to you earlier today about mail away Action Force stuff and letters. I will find that letter. I wrote in ages ago. I've posted it on the page before, but I wrote in to Action Force when I was a kid. I got the address of some sort of like it was a fan club thing or it was a mail away thing, and I got the address and I would just mail them like ridiculous letters saying, "I've made a character I want you to see. I've just designed a GI Joe gym or an Action Force gym. I want you guys to take a look at it." And they would respond. And they sent actually what was really nice was they responded and also sent my letter back with my design on it because they said they didn't want me to like, not have it, which I thought was so adorable. Also, I realized they just didn't want it hanging around the office, annoying them. But still, it was the most adorable thing. And I will find those letters, Martin, and I'll either repost them or I'll send them to you. They're really cool. Tim, the concept art. Yeah, okay. So you know fully well that we're dealing with a 12-inch figure here, and that's totally cool. And the concept art was great. The concept art looks like it's pretty close. Again, I imagine he's got the cross straps. We'll see with more images, of course, and then we can do the comparisons with the concept art on the next episode that we do. Definitely. Joe Self, I got ThreeZero Snake Eyes for my birthday, and it's awesome. Can't keep up with the collection, though. Looking forward to that Mezco Firefly for sure. Yes and yes, Joe. It's a beautiful figure. I'm really glad you got one for your birthday because that Snake Eyes is brilliant. Love it. Outback Stew. Guys, I finally got my classified Beachhead and Red Ninja and Bat. I'm over the moon right now. Well done, buddy. It's that sounds like it's been a long time in coming. So all of that, I love all of those figures, by the way. Beachhead is exceptional. Red Ninja's brilliant. I love that kind of new like design for the Red Ninjas. And the Bat is just next level. Love them all, mate. Great shout. And glad you got them. Robert H, it's a beauty, but I like to compare all ThreeZero Joes to the Sideshow ones, and I think I like that take on Firefly more. Love that cool jacket. Yeah, I've got that Sideshow figure as well, and that is superb. In fact, I was talking to a couple of guys today about the Sideshow stuff and how a big shout out to Nick Whitmore, who sold me a lot of it at one point, a lot of the hard to get stuff that he had, just like a box of it. And he was like getting rid of them at one of the cons, I think Roll Call. And yeah, actually, this might have just been on an online purchase from him. And he said, do you fancy them? And there were like, I don't know, like 8 or 9 Sideshow figures. There were probably more than that. And I'm like, yeah, go on. And it filled all the gaps I had. And I was like, brilliant. I've got all the Sideshow ones now. Brilliant. Oh, thank you. We've got, guys, it's the full food force right now, however you want to call it. But I've just been handed this wonderful dish. We've got tofu, we've got vegetables, as my wife crawls behind to try and stay under the radar there. Got rice, we've got this gorgeous peanut sauce. We've had something similar to this in the past on the show, and my goodness, it's delicious. It smells incredible. How does it taste, though? That's the important thing. Yes, it tastes amazing. Right, back to the task at hand. And actually, we're going to move on from the old Firefly ThreeZero reveal today because, and actually, let me get to some of these comments first. Sorry, I've got a mouthful of food now. Hi, Cody. Martin says, can't wait. Cheers, Chris. Thanks. No worries, mate. I can't wait to send them to you. The images, anyway. Diana Davis says, I gave my ThreeZero Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow to my sister-in-law's husband, half brothers, 2 boys. My God, there's the family tree I've got to work out there. They're in heaven to each have a ninja. Still waiting to see what version of Duke is coming. That's really nice of you, Diana. They must have loved that. My goodness. And yeah, I'm excited to see what kind of Duke they do. I'm excited to see all of it. So far, they have absolutely nailed every single one of these characters, and I'm really excited to see more. Anyway, yes. Renegade Biker 24. Chris, once this Firefly goes up for pre-order, I will have to order some of the Sideshow Master lighted revolving house display cases like I've done for the Camo Storm Shadow. Yes, those are really cool, and the images you show me of those, Renegade, are really awesome. So yeah, definitely. Zartan says, hope Hasbro release a new Firefly more OG design. Well, it's possible, isn't it? I think it's probably lower on the priority list at the moment. I imagine they're going to focus on getting a few other characters out before they kind of revisit a lot of the other ones. But you never know; they could do that in that retro card back kind of thing at Walmart, couldn't they? So totally full course indeed, Diana. I'm gonna So okay, let WJ. I wish we could throw money at the channel. This one, go for it. Go for it. Hello, action figure expert. Got to get tough. Yo, Joe. Is that a Star Wars hat? It most certainly is, Outback Stew. Look, repping the OG, the original trilogy. Look, isn't it cool? I have a lot of hats, don't I? And I like to wear them all at once. Oh, David Allen, do they have Smell and View YouTube? Because I'm jealous. They do not yet, but that's definitely something that this needs. Honestly, it is the most delicious meal ever. W, do I collect other 1/18th figs? If so, what? Also, any updates on hire? I'm not collecting anything other than, at the moment, other than classified and micro machines. I know that seems rather odd, but they're my two focuses at the moment. With the occasional dip in elsewhere when it kind of like if it strikes me. Oh, I see. W, you mean like you were talking and Hire Toys? We don't have any updates on Hire yet, but I'm really excited to see what they do, and I can't wait to do the news burst live on that. I don't have super chat yet on YouTube, but that is something I will start implementing. Problem is, I can get to everyone's comments at the moment, so it feels really redundant for me to like I'm going to prioritize the super chats and then answer everyone's questions anyway. So I feel like maybe when we get bigger, maybe. But thank you, mate. I really appreciate the want and the need to do that. Anyway, let's move on. Sorry, one per prosthetic. Do you think that the new reaction reveals like Roadblock, etc., are clues for future Ultimates? If a comic version of Firefly is being made for reaction, then Zanzibar easily can, which would be awesome. First off, thanks for the comment. Love the name. I know you've commented on here before, but I love it. It could very well be, but I'm not sure have they done that in the past? Is the precedent for that? Have they done like I can't think of the wave order. I mean, if there's precedent where they've revealed a wave of reaction figures and then boom, the Ultimates are similar, then fair enough. But I don't think we've seen Bats. We haven't seen what else haven't we seen? Doc. We haven't seen Doc in the reaction line yet. So there's a few there that I think might not be too. It might not be too. It might not be too. I wouldn't go too much into it, is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I just had a brain fart then. It's like one of those things on TV when you see someone having like like one of those newscasters that can't get their words out and they just sound like they're speaking gibberish, which is me most of the time. Donald Allen says, "What would you like to see as the next G.I. Joe HasLab? I think a classified scale whale would be a home run. It would be massive. You'd need a baseball stadium in which to hit that home run out of to store the bloody thing. But yes, it would be incredible. It'd be incredible. I don't know. I assume it's going to be more of a mid-range size vehicle, Donald, just for practicality. Considering we've had the Sky Striker for O-Ring, I would imagine we'd have something like I'd expect a HISS tank. Honestly, expectation is HISS tank. That's my expectation, honestly, for classified. If it's O-Ring again, the whale 100%. Why not? Get like an updated one, bigger, cooler, more features, definitely. And Zanzibar for Ultimates, one per. I know, I got that in the first one. Yeah, definitely. That would be sick. Absolutely sick. Okay, let's move on quickly because I do want to get to the next story, and that is this. Yes, more reaction images have emerged as I take a bite of food off camera. These are really cool. So there's actually more than this, but I'm breaking it down to make it easier to digest, like this food. So I actually talked about this yesterday. I'd seen these images. It was on Diamond Select, I think it was. I think Diamond's website had them up, and they shouldn't have done. It was the short answer of it. They shouldn't have had them up, and They've come, even more images have come out now. These were sent to me by Paige Wagner. Shout out to Wag Bros. Shout out to Paige Wagner. PG_bro. I can't remember what your Twitter handle is, but I will say it out loud once I find it. Anyway, these images were sent to me by the wonderful Paige Wagner. PG_toys is Paige's. There's an exploit. Yeah, at PG_toys. So yeah, check him out on Twitter. He's got him and his brother Greg, amazing collection, and they do often post some brilliant G.I. Joe stuff content. So check him out on Twitter. He sent me these images and we're like, have you seen these? And I'm like, yes and no. Yes, I've seen crapper versions of these images. No, I haven't seen these particular images. Are they out now? No. The official line is these aren't out yet. So these are leaks effectively. So we've got these Snakeling, which obviously this is the homage from Pyramid of Darkness, where I imagine we'll also see Shipwreck and Snake Eyes with, guess what? Probably Timber and Polly. You know, maybe that's where we get our Timber, Timber figure, for this reaction. So yeah, so they use these disguises obviously when they were invading that Cobra underwater base that were building the cubes in the Pyramid of Darkness. Now, 3 variations of these bad boys. You've got, and they're called Snakelings, which I really like. It's almost like the kind of level before you get into kind of Vipers and Cobra Troopers and stuff like that. So it's almost like this is the first level, like kind of like grunty engineer types, Yes, Ezra. Sorry, I'll get to that as well. That's at the end of this, the Ultimates video for Wave 3. We'll get to that. Yeah. Sorry, I'm also, I realize I'm behind on comments at the moment, but I will try and get to everything. I just want to kind of talk this through first. So yeah, we've got like this almost like a kind of like the wrench version guy, like he's got like a mechanic with the tash. Gotta love that. Then you've got the kind of propane kind of welding dude with the goggles, which is a brilliant one, like a great little great little addition. And then you've got like more of a trooper based guy with a beard and the gun, which is really cool. So pretty awesome. But what else was there in their reveals? And again, I love the artwork as well. Bloody beautiful artwork for these. But there were more. And it's not even 2 of them. It's 4 of these. Yeah. G.I. Joe Soldier Combat Engineer females. Now, again, this is something I mentioned on the show last night. We didn't have the images. I was actually searching for them beforehand, couldn't find them. Thankfully, we have them now. And we're getting another deep cut to the point where I don't even remember these characters in the cartoon. Now, I might have to get Diana Davis, if she's on tonight, which I know you know she is, because you've already mentioned it, Diana. Sorry, I know you are. But I don't know where these are from in the cartoon. And again, some brilliant versions here. We've got different skin tones. We've got ponytails and short hair. We've got rifle. We've got kind of satchel and smaller gun. It's almost like a pistol with a silencer, isn't it? And then on the other 2, again, another selection of skin tones. We've got another rifle, and we've got another different. We've got kind of like M16, and again ponytail and different skin tones. So loads of figures that the reaction, like Super 7 are just trawling out at the moment. Let's see what you guys are saying, and I'll try and catch up now. Sartan says, I really look forward to some classified news soon. I just collect G.I. Joe, and waiting until September is driving me crazy. Really, really Zartan crazy. Yeah, sorry, mate. I'll whenever we get some, we will be doing news bursts, definitely. Yes, Ezra, sorry, that's what I was just referring to a second ago. I will talk about the Ultimates Wave 3 video that Super 7 put out today. If you can't wait, it's in I've posted the image, the video link in the description below. James Kerr says, going on right now, painting Dr. Mindbender for G.I. Joe Mission Critical. Wicked. Does that play Renegade? I did not know that. God, I can't keep up, honestly. It's really difficult to keep up with the amount of stuff that just is going on all the time with G.I. Joe. Can't get anything out. Oh, there's loads going on today by the looks of things. I'm clicking on it just to see where it takes me. Okay, well, I can't see any links for it, but there's the link there. So if anyone wants to check that out, they can. Thank you, James. Much appreciated. And yeah, that's awesome. Outback says, do you think we will get some kind of Outback t-shirts in the future? Do you mean t-shirts? I hope so. That's something Super7 could definitely do. Survival one, the kitty one. It'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? I'd be well up for that. Absorb vids, so sick. I haven't seen these. I had yesterday, and I still was trying to describe them, and so it's nice that we can actually like see them today. But really, I mean, look at this. There's so much, so much. Do I have any other images? I might do. Oh no, that's the next one. That's the next one. We'll talk about that in a second. W, is it just me or does Monkey Wrench look like he could be an OG Dreadnought, even though he technically isn't? Second draft with Thrasher, not counting Zartan's siblings because family privilege. Yeah, he fits really well into that first group of three, doesn't he? Buzzer, Ripper, Torch. Monkey Wrench feels like a natural kind of progression. Thrasher too, I guess, but they both kind of introduced in the same time, the same episode, isn't it? Arise, Spencer, Arise. Outback Stu says, why can't Hasbro give us figures like this with articulation? Well, this is the thing, isn't it? Like Super7 are giving us figures like this with Ultimates. It's just that we're not it's difficult to prioritize the amount of characters you're talking about. Outback, you want Outback, you've got Outback for a start, so that's one great thing. It's difficult, isn't it, when you've got this huge group of characters to choose from. And these are background characters, so it's really difficult. It's just really difficult to cover those kind of bases when you're dealing with other characters first. Like how one looks like Shipwreck in disguise from Pyramid of Darkness, so you can just get Polly and there you go. Actually, that's a good point, isn't it? One of them does look like Shipwreck already. The one on the far right definitely does look like Shipwreck already. That's a really good shout, actually, Diana. Really good shout. Some sort of spam going on here, so I'm going to block that particular user. And also delete comment. What else we got going on here? And mechanics, just right for the Terradrome 3 fuel stations. Actually, yeah, like that's really a good point. Like I want Joe mechanics for the mobile command center as well. A Punk with Toys says, even though I've purchased some of these reaction figures, to me it's a complete cash grab by Super7, knowing that completists will buy at least one of each. Super7 should offer a 3-pack for $30. I don't know if that the math wouldn't work out there at all, would it? Like you're almost talking about half the price from what they would be, almost. But yeah, I don't know. Like it is what it is, I guess. If you don't want them, you don't have to get them. But if you do, if you are a completist, you are getting them, aren't you? Classic marketing maneuver. You think they did that on purpose? 3 snakelings for 3 stations. PS, keep the torch away from the fuel, please. Possibly. I don't know if they were thinking that deeply into it. We've kind of had roughly, multiple versions of these kind of characters and figures every time. I don't know if they're going into too much depth as to that, but that would be great if they were. Brian says, love everything about these reaction figures except the lack of articulation. Makes it hard for me to justify getting into the line. Again, yeah, Brian, like I know what you're saying, and I get that. I think what sucks is the fact they can churn these out really quick, and there's so many of them now. But it's like, yeah, like they can't really do that with Ultimates. So that's why we're seeing less of the Ultimates coming out. But that's what we've got with Super7. We've got the Ultimates for the articulation, and we've got these for the kind of fun, homage that they can churn these out, and it's just like they can cover all the bases. Diana Dave says, that's a deep cut even for me. I got to search the very edges of my little grey cells. Talking about the G.I. Joe female engineers, and I get that. Maybe from that Siren, does it sound of the Siren episode? There's a lot of female kind of troopers, and possibly they might be in there. They might be in that episode as well. the Joe female kind of green shirts, kind of calling them. Wampa says, not sure if you already commented on this, but with the amount of main characters and tertiary ones like these, Joe Cobra engineers, it would be cool to see some sets and vehicles in this scale. We kind of talked about it yesterday, Wampa, but no, that's definitely something we can definitely discuss now. I agree with you, and I think that it would be brilliant to get like motorpool kind of dios and Terradrome dios and all that kind of stuff, little sets, little interiors, little cafeterias. That worked by accident. But yeah, definitely things like that would be high on my list for this kind of stuff. Thank you for the comment again. Robert H. These Joe Troopers are cool. I don't know if they can get to buy a reaction that isn't Christmas Optimus Prime, but I think they're the coolest Joe ones yet. They are, yeah. There's big time. There's some really nice homages going on. I think I like the homage stuff with the real deep cut stuff more than just the general core character hump stuff. You know, like I really appreciate when companies go into ridiculous detail and they go, right, here's something that no one's done yet. Let's do this. And I like that. And yeah, I think it's pulling a lot of people in and at the same time upsetting a lot of people because they don't necessarily want to get involved with it. Yo, Chris Clements, how you doing? Road Pig John, how you doing, pal? Thanks for the comment. The Firefly is pretty cool. Thanks, Chris. He is absolutely superb from ThreeZero, which I mentioned a little bit earlier. Here we go. Phoenix Richardson says, I believe the 4 female figures are characters from Lasers in the Night episode, the girl who works on Lady J's Sky Striker. Brilliant. Okay, cool. There's one I'll have a look for that after this just to get a good screenshot. But thank you, Phoenix. Much appreciated if that is the case. Absorbed says, I collect mostly mint on cards, so I don't mind the articulation. Yeah, that's the thing. They're kind of like there's like a package here, isn't there? There's beautiful artwork, really nice solid cards, and then also the really nice kind of cartoon screenshot on the file card on the back. The file cards are nice. Yeah, I'm down for this as a full package rather than ripping it open and playing it with it, you know. But you know, I feel that definitely. John Doran says, I think it's fun to see all of the Super 7 Reaction Army Builder background characters. It is fun. And I'm going to expect to be seeing some really cool, like, mixing in with O-ring characters, like background stuff, you know, like with O-rings maybe in the forefront. I'm definitely excited to see stuff like that. Martin McCanny, I haven't seen Arise Spencer Arise yet. Did I say Arise Spencer Arise instead of Arise Serpentor? That's really hilarious if I did say that. I think we should make a parody episode, mate. For a second there, when I was reading it, I thought you were going to tell me you haven't seen Arise Serpentor Arise, and I was about to say I'm going to revoke your Action Force VHS card if you ever had one. Zartan, yeah, we spoke about this last night. We all want melted Synthoid figures. I was thinking of some sort of play pattern like the Bioflesh Regenerator from Terminator 2, the toy line, where you could kind of like, you know, mold your own figure with the goop and then create like a, you know, like a Play-Doh kind of play pattern. But I think that'd be fun, and I want to do that now. Here we go, Diana. In Song of the Siren, the women green shirts were all green shirts. Well, I'm wondering if they were in Pyramid of Darkness like the Snakelings. Possibly, but this Phoenix Richardson did mention that one about Lasers in the Night, was it? Let's do some digging. Do some digging. Renegade. Chris, I found out about a few days ago when I called Target corporate office, and they said that Outback will be released in June, and then the others ones like the Python Patrol, Bat and Viper in December. I don't know, mate. That sounds a bit ridiculous considering In Demand Toys have got them in hand legitimately. So I don't know. Probably sooner than that. I think they're probably just palming you off, honestly, on that side of things. Outback Stew, it would be nice to have Joes in civilian clothes. Absolutely. I'm not eating food, guys. That is criminal. Yeah, I'm up for that, Outback. I want Flint in his Flint's Vacation, kind of like polo shirt, slacks, you know, That's what I want to see Flint with his beret still on. Absolute legend. Never takes that beret off for anybody. In fact, he does actually take it off when he wears his suit, doesn't he, for Oda Cobra? Imagine if he'd worn a tuxedo and his beret. I kind of want to see that now. WJ says, doggy. Yeah, that was Phoebe barking in the background that you must have heard. Hi, Phoebes. Now she's pressing buttons all over the house to try and get more things. Todd Smith, I'm getting impatient for reaction bats. Lol. Yeah, they're going to be cool, aren't they? I suppose they've already done them in the Super Cyborg, haven't they? Which I think is amazing that you've got a Super Cyborg bat and Saturday Morning Adventures, shout out to Diana Davis again, are doing the oversized bat kind of thing. So you could even like do a Saturday Morning Adventures kind of homage toy photography type thing with the Super Cyborg bat. And I'm hoping they do like a clear thing in the comic, just so you can get the clear one in there as well. Diana Davis is saying they're not Alice, but that's a good guess. So they're not Alice from that particular episode. Okay, thank you very much, Diana. Lance Everett says, I've held off on reaction. If these were O-Ring, I would be all in right now. Too much Joe right now. A few years ago, I would take them as is. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Like we've gone from that thing where we just have it like anything that came out with G.I. Joe on it, we were like, yes, please, yeah. And then because there was not much else going on, and then all of a sudden, the last couple of years, it has just been it's just been a tidal wave, hasn't it, of G.I. Joe product, merch, clothing. Also, it's just insane. We are being spoiled, is the thing right now. And Lance, I totally agree and understand with your situation right there. So I'm in a similar boat, honestly, definitely. No YouTube translation. Did it come through Arise Spencer on the... Please tell me it came through on the, if you're watching with subtitles. That would be brilliant if it did. Oh, Neil, they weren't announced. They're not official yet. These are leaks. But yeah, they've just been sent to me, and I'm gone like, okay, there you go. Here we are. They were, like I said, Paige had already posted them on his Twitter page, and they'd been kind of poking around. Some of the images had been poking around on other groups, but then these are like the kind of official images, but they're not officially announced yet. Eric, the Synthoid Bake Oven is what they could call it. That is a brilliant, brilliant idea. I think we should combine our ideas. Mine of the bioflesh regenerator from Terminator 2. Call it the Synthoid Bake Oven. Make your own Synthoids. Have them melt in front of you. Oh, that's genius. Oh, let's do it. See, David Allen saying, yes, Chris, you should work at Hasbro. That's a great play idea. I have pestered them so much to get me to hire me, and they just will not have it. They're like, no, get away from, stop coming over here. Get out of the office. How did you get in here? There are security guards that should have stopped you. I guess I look like I work at Hasbro. W says, ladies' night out or cold slither Joes? No, I don't recognize them from either of those. We'll find out. Oh, yes. A Barbie Dreamhouse style Pit HQ, Bryn, would be brilliant. And it would be pink. No, I agree totally. I think that would be awesome. Like kind of like open out, different levels. Totally with you on that. That would be brilliant. That's something that has to happen. What else we got going on? Yeah, we actually talked about that as well, JMac. The other night, I was talking about you could get Baroness and Lady J in their Oda Cobra evening gowns at Reaction. That would be so cool. Such fun figures as well to do, and like Flint in his tuxedo. The other guy that they're trying to seduce with the Oda Cobra, I forget his name now. Again, like I'm the biggest fan of Sunbow ever, aren't I? Brian said in a Pixel Dan interview, says Rob H, that they wanted to make O-Ring figures like when they made Retro He-Man, only for Hasbro to say, no, we don't want licensed companies to make what we make ourselves. Yeah, that's true. That they have said that. And Pat and I have talked about that on some of the weeklies in the past. Some really interesting stuff comes out of Brian's interviews because he doesn't really hold back. He even reveals figures before they've been revealed. Anyway, thank you, Robert. That was a good talking point as well. 112 bat with 118 figures. Super bat. Yeah, there's a super cyborg bat that's massive. And then you could get all the other characters from Reaction to interact with it, like there's been going on in the Saturday morning adventures, is what I was getting at. But yeah, there's a lot of bats, man. Yeah, Snake Eyes with Timber in the Saturn's Band disguise, 100%. It's happening. Don't worry, it will happen. Dinah says they could be based on Alice from another episode. She was in another for a quick second. Okay, cool. We're just gonna have to watch every episode again, aren't we? And be like messaging each other afterwards. It was here. It was here. Yeah, Outback, the Viper Wiper figure. Yeah, the Viper is coming. Is also definitely happening. Deluge, absolutely, David Allen. There is a deluge. And no worries, Neil. You're welcome. And that was in response to telling you that these images are not officially revealed yet. This is what I was talking about yesterday, though, in that everyone was going, "Oh, thank God there are no army builders to in this wave," and I'm like, "Hold your horses, because they're coming." What else? WJ wants to pet Neil's cat because Neil, you have your cat, don't you, in your avatar? Yeah, I think everyone does. Doesn't Hasbro own Easy Bake? Was it banned for being a hazard due to heat? Probably. I don't know, actually. I'm gonna have to check that now. Lance, yes, totally. I'll take Too Much Joe over the previous drive spell any day. I'll take being absolutely drowning in G.I. Joe product over sitting there in a room on my own with nothing around me, bare walls, just going, everything's fine, on fire. Stephen, brilliant. Okay, from a post on Twitter on the back of a trading card with a similar figure to these, black female figure. As the G.I. Joe television show gained popularity in the early 1980s, Hasbro made plans to introduce a black female character to the team. Market research showed that female characters, especially Lady J, Scarlet Baroness, appealed to the G.I. Joe TV audience. However, this project was dropped when Hasbro decided that female action figures would be poor business. I'm not sure. Does that relate to to these figures, though? Is that what you're saying? Is that one of these actually look? Is it the black female figure is in that deco, because that gear? If so, let us know, please. Skinny Joe fan put it on Twitter, did he? I'll have to look now. I'm on there. I know Skinny. Is Skinny watching? Skinny, are you watching? You're probably not watching, are you? It's not a problem. I will quickly have a look and see what that was actually in reference to. No, I can't see anything that relates to that particular figure, but I could be wrong, Stephen. If you could just confirm what that is in reference to, that would be great. Thank you. Are you saying yes, that's what it's in reference to? Interesting. I can't see Skinny's comment on Twitter or post on Twitter for that. I'm looking at it right now, his Twitter page, and I can't find it. That particular post. But anyway, I will just take your word for it for now. If that's from a trading card, and that's really cool. Sorry, W, you were saying, could you use the 112 bat as a super bat with the 118th figures? What I've been doing is I've been using the 112 being the 6-inch classified bat with the Jada Foot Toys figures, because that's a closer kind of difference, if you know what I mean. Little Duke there, and I took a picture of it, and it was quite cute. Anyway, that's by the by. But I would use the super bat with like the reaction figures, because or O-ring. That's what I would. That's what I would do. In fact, the super bat with these would be great. That's actually more likely. Lance says, I was going to pass on 1/6 Joes this time around, as I have many of the Sideshow figures, but I think that Firefly may have pushed me into that size. Sideshow Firefly is nice, but the 3-0 looks too good. I really do love that Sideshow Firefly as well. But yeah, this is amazing. Robert H. Well, that's upsetting. I always felt that removing the one female figure a year mandate after 87 was a Real American Hero's biggest mistake. I agree, Robert, honestly. I know maybe they had numbers to back it up at the time, but I feel like there was we all, especially like at our age, are crying out for more characters, more female characters. It's a shame, isn't it, that was a choice that was made, but it was anyway. Right, the last thing I'll talk about is this. Super7, Brian Flynn, Super7, has done another video showing off the new Ultimates Wave 3 figures. Now, there wasn't like a lot of details that we didn't already know or didn't already go through when we kind of reported on this and spoke about it on the weekly, but we get really good looks of each figure. You can check out that video, obviously, after you've seen this one, or now if you want. You don't have to watch this. Link in the description below. The figures look fantastic. You can tell, obviously, the Trooper and Storm Shadow don't have their Cobra sigils yet decoed on, but these are obviously just, a bit of pre-production, just so you can kind of see the figures in relation to Brian himself, and they look massive, don't they? They are so cool. Look at all the gear they come with as well. Glow-in-the-dark blooming Excalibur for Storm Shadow. Now, what I also noticed, we've been having this discussion, Pat and myself, for a while now, where we don't really believe that Storm Shadow's backpack is removable, which isn't like the end of the world, but I would be surprised if it wasn't. But we haven't seen it shown off. And when he described it, it wasn't shown and it wasn't taken off. It's still on his back. So maybe his weapons accessory storage is on him the whole time. Not the worst thing in the world, but I'm really excited for these. Really excited for these. Check out that video. You'll see loads of cool close-ups of all the different bits and pieces they come with. And it's a lot of fun, but no real details are really. The only actually one detail he did reveal was that the two crossbows, much like Pat and I were kind of speculating, one is the toy, the smaller one, the toy version, and one is the elongated, more animated style version. So there you go. Really excited for these. They look insane. Just excited to see what that first wave looked like, honestly. They'll be in hand, I guess, in the next 7 to 10 years. Who knows? What have we got going on here? Brian Greenwood has sent a link to an unproduced prototype. I can't actually click on that, Brian, unfortunately. So, art that matches the female figures here. Brilliant. Okay, awesome. Guys, you obviously can go check that out if you want. That's the yojo.com/archive, etc., etc. Go check that out and you'll see what those figures in relation to in terms of these figures here. Boom. WJ says, I know there's a good off-brand of the giant cobra-headed robots from the first miniseries, Master Vice, I think. I don't think it actually came out in the end, did it? I'm not sure. I don't think they actually came out. I think Hasbro put a stop to them. Maybe they did as like custom pieces, but I don't think actually the third party were allowed to sell them in the end. I think mainly because they used the Cobra logo on them. I could be wrong, but let me know. I still have a whole plate of food here that I'm spitting out everywhere. Okay. Dinah, these are the prototypes. The Cobra Trooper still doesn't have his sigil painted on. Yes, absolutely. In the Ultimates, yes. No sigil on Storm Shadow either. So yeah, they're definitely kind of pre-production prototypey type figures. Robert H says, I know you can't go crazy with female figures in boys lines, but you can justify through how they expand kids' play scenarios and the important let your sister play too factor. I agree, Rob H, 100% with you. You're not getting an argument from me out of this one. I totally agree with you. And I feel like it's kind of like it turns into a little bit of a boys' club, and it's not really. I mean, I loved the female figures as a kid. Whenever they came out, I wanted one. I wanted them all. I wanted all of the figures, so that's why that was the case. I just had a problem. Todd Smith says, Brian Flynn, get in here and live stream with Christopher. That would be great, wouldn't it? They still haven't responded. Super7 have not responded to my press inquiry yet. And I've sent multiple over the many years. Still nothing back yet. One can get a snake robot if one can find a steel kaiju figure. Interesting. A 3D file exists to 3D print your own Cobra water robot. James, that's amazing. How big is it? I suppose it's as big as you want it to be, right? You can scale it up with 3D prints. I guess I'm just assuming you can, and it depends on how big your printer is, then I guess, doesn't it? I would want a massive one though. Yeah, they were the kaiju were released as a custom piece. Okay, brilliant. Oh, thank you, Diana. He actually was in response to my post. I'm an idiot. So he's actually. I could have just looked at my own. I'm an idiot. Like the biggest idiot alive. Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's great. If I'd have known that, I'd have put this image up on on the slideshow instead of in this scenario here. But there you go. Isn't that wicked? I have actually seen that before as well, so I thought I recognized it. I've seen that card before. I've seen I've seen the post on Yojo. I've seen this image. Incredible. So that is where that figure's from. Brilliant stuff. That figure. Fantastic. I'm really into that now. Really into that. Thank you, Skinny. And yeah, isn't it remarkable that I'm looking at Skinny's page trying to find the post that he made. He responded to me in the first place. Duh. Anyway, so yeah, there you go. That's what you can see. That's what it's based on, and that's awesome. Lance Everett says, really excited for Ultimates. Love the cartoon aesthetic. Have all ordered and can't wait for Wave 1. Hope they reveal Shipwreck and the Zartan in the next wave. They've got to come soon, haven't they? They're like heavy hitters in the cartoon. I expect them to be soon. In fact, let's have a quick, before I go, let's have a quick, what do we expect in the next Ultimates wave? Because I think Zartan and Shipwreck are good shouts. I think Major Blood's a good shout. And I think in terms of G.I. Joe, let me think. Here's a good one. Beachhead. Beachhead's a good one. Big Sunbow favorite. Leatherneck wetsuit. Again, massively Sunbow favorites. But yeah, Lance, thank you very much. Shipwreck and Zartan are your shouts. They gone. I'm going to stick around as long as the bursts keep coming. Cool, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Diana says, you're not an idiot. You're super busy. No worries. It's hard to do 10 things at one time during a live stream. Yeah, but come on. I'm still an idiot. I appreciate it, but you know I am. Renegade. So, Chris, do you yet have a full tummy? Not yet, mate. No. So you can make a full force, full fart. Lol. Well, mate, the farts come no matter what happens. I don't have to have a full tummy for that. I've been doing them the whole time. You just can't hear them. They're off mic. Robert H. Everyone wants Cobra Water and Snakehead robots, and I'm here wanting Zeus from Sigma 6. You are on your own there, Robert H. I'm pretty sure. No, that's a good shout, though, man. Really good shout. I love you've got deeper cuts than Super 7. Robert H. has deeper cuts than Super 7, and I'm standing by that. Thank you, Theygon. You're doing my job for me. Remember to like and share and make comments and make sure this keeps going down range. They don't fire off by themselves. Thank you, Theygon. Yes, like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. David Allen wants Beachhead. They Gone wants Ripcord. Diana, Ultimate Hawk version 2, please. Good shout. Brian, Wild Bill Ultimate, or Wild Brian, as you call him. David Allen, Gung Ho. Absorb Vids, Cobra Eel. These are all great ones. Martin McCanny, Leatherneck with LCV Recon sled for going to discos. Absolutely. Yes. Joe's Night Out is a beauty. I want Leatherneck, dial tone, and wetsuit. 100%. And I want, is it wet? Yeah, wetsuit in the fishbowl friggin' spacesuit they made for him at trash bags. And just genius. Robert H. Beachhead, Covergirl, Crimson Garden, Zartan. Good calls. All good shouts. Dinah Davis, come on. We need Ultimates Serpentor and Ultimates Falcon so we can reenact the scene. We want Ultimates Serpentor and Ultimates Pythona so we can reenact the scene. And the clam with the, I'm not going to call it the sticky clam. Yes, I am. Just did. With the BET inside it. Oh, the stuff that Pythona would come with would be great. There'd be the clam with the BET hologram inside it. There would be all the different like squidgy weapons, like the starfish squidgy face hugger, the kind of like limpet grenades, the four-headed snake like electricity chewer, just all those amazing things that she used. Oh, the clam tapeworm. Oh, that thing's gross. That kind of wraps around a Crimson Guard. I would love it. Todd, I'm loving these live streams on Super 7. I hope your Patreon starts to include more reaction news and chats. As soon as we get that kind of news, it will absolutely happen, Todd. Trust me, it will. Lance Everett, Roadblock, good shout. We need a Roadblock figure. We haven't had Roadblock yet, have we? So that's a good shout. And people are saying that, you know, based on the fact we've had so many reaction Roadblocks so far, we're probably due for an Ultimates one next. Serpentor, says Renegade Biker. Satin with Shipwreck and Snake Eyes and Drag, says James. Absolutely. Lance, Zartan, Zorana. I didn't know it was you. Shipwreck, Wetsuit, all good shouts. Zartan from Bryn Anderson. Christopher Moody says, if they weren't so expensive, I'd be all over them. If they were $9 instead of 17, you're talking about these, aren't you? Yeah. Okay. I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? It's an expensive game. And I think the difficult part is the fact that they churn them out so quickly and we get so many of them. It's hard to keep up, and it's an expensive game. It really is. It really is an expensive game. Back to Ultimates, and Bryn is saying Duke with Snake through the chest. That is hardcore. Yeah, Coma Duke. That clam was her Cobra La cellular clam. Yeah, absolutely. Her Verizon Wireless Cobra La cellular clam. Crazy Legs, they gone. Good shout. Crimson Twin, says David Allen. Scrap Iron, says Stephen Miller. What else we got going on? Heavy Duty, says J Mac. Where is Heavy Duty? Yeah, that would be quite cool actually, because I feel like we haven't seen, like, Heavy Duty was like almost like Roadblock's replacement, wasn't he? In the kind of new era, the new sculpt era. So it's interesting now. We've hardly seen him at all. So yeah, I'd love it. Heavy Duty, 100%. Diana Davis, yeah, Super 7 seems to be using reaction for the fun, offbeat characters, cool winks and nods to fans, and Ultimates for more cool cartoon, superposable figures. Totally. I think people would have an issue if you brought out 2 Snakelings and 2 female combat engineers as, you know, like in the Ultimates line as a wave. Like, it would be like, what? Because at least this way, with reaction, it's just a little bit more accessible. It's a little bit more, they've got the scope and the range to be able to kind of mess around with the line and go into these really crazy deep cuts. Both live chats and Super 7 drops keep happening. I know. I can't keep up with it. I really can't. James Kerr says, me as a figure, you absolute legend. What a lovely thing to say. Or do you mean you in general? Like a Steel Brigade kind of scenario? Is that what you're saying? Or are you just being really, really adorably nice to me? Because that would be lovely, and I appreciate it. Renegade Biker, once a man Cobra Commander. I think they could do that not only in reaction, but I think they could get away with it in Ultimates. I think that would be a beautiful Ultimates figure, wouldn't it? That snake head, the kind of ripped shirt with the showing off the ripped body, the snake body. I think it would be great. I'd be up for both of those in any format, Renegade. Excuse me, WJ, yeah, Steel Kaiju on eBay. That's where you can get the foot tall, no Cobra logo cartoon bot. Absolutely. Scoop or Lightfoot, says they gone. Good shout. Again, you're pandering to me, but I appreciate it. Oh, James, me specifically, you absolute legend. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That'd be awesome. I'd love it. Well, you've kind of got a figure of me now. Look, one on the right. He's wearing a baseball cap and he's got a beard. What more do you need? There you go. That's me. And Lance says, Steeler, Clutch, Wild Weasel, Copperhead. All great shouts. Brilliant. This is a good point as well, Diane Davis. I'm surprised we've not gotten a reaction Hector Ramirez and Tom the cameraman. 20 questions. Yes, that would be brilliant. I'm all about that. Hector Ramirez needs to happen in plastic soon. It's going to happen. And again, 100% would take an Ultimates of him. 100%. I feel like he would be cool enough, interesting enough, homage-tastic in the accessories. Big time. I think I don't think that would upset people. I'd be well up for that. Well, it wouldn't upset me. Todd Smith, what is the quintessential Joe vehicle for Joe Ultimates? Super7 is doing an Ultimates TMNT Party Wagon and an Ultimates Thunder Tank for Thundercats. Whale? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? Lol. I would have to say the Ultimate's ultimate vehicle would be. Oh, it's going to be boring again, isn't it? Because I think it would be an animated hiss tank for Cobra, and I think it would be like. I don't think it would be a Sky Striker for Joe's because that'd be too big. I think it would be Ore Striker, Vamp. I want to say Ore Striker because I feel like the Ore Striker was a little bit more, what's the word? A little bit more. Sorry, I just looked to my right and I saw my wife with an upset face on because the figure she's taking pictures of just fell over. It was so sad. Oh, I feel sorry for you, honey. It looks amazing, by the way. Hey, amazing. You'll see what it is. She'll post it soon, so it's fine. Yeah. So anyway, Todd, yeah, I would say to kind of keep it a little bit like, not too ridiculous, I would say a hiss tank, which would still be bloody huge, and especially an animated one, and a vamp, an Ore Striker. I just think the Ore Striker was way more iconic than the vamp in the cartoon. Sorry. I just do. Fang. Flint's sports car that he hosses off a cliff in his vacation episode. They gone, who else would I pander to? Exactly. No one else to pander to on here, is there? Really? Lifeline's new uniform that Brie got him. That's the reaction Joe I would buy. Again, dude. Deep cuts, and I love it. Bjorn says, Scarlett had that M16 on the Marvel 63 cover with Snake Eyes in the minefield. Thank you, Bjorn. That's what I couldn't remember from or understand from last time when we were talking about it. Thank you, Bjorn Jacob, for that. Or is it Jacob? Apologies, I'm destroying your name. I'm just sorry. I'll just say Bjorn Jacob for now. But thank you for the comment. And yeah, that's a great shout. Thank you. Diana Davis, plus a Hector Ramirez figure could work if they decide to do Ultimates Gem. Oh, they should. And in Humanoids. He's in Transformers as well, isn't he? He's in like all of the Sun. I think he's checked all of the Sunbow boxes. David Allen utilized. You'll have to let me know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. What about an APC, vehicle and figure carry case all in one of my favorite vehicles? Bryn, that is a good shout, and I really like it. And also, there's the repaint potential for a Z-Force one, isn't there? An ATC. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, that would be pretty cool, and really, really awesome. Brian Greenwood says Ultimates Gem, truly outrageous, but how good would they be? I might have to buy those. If they did Ultimates Gem, I might have to buy them. Closet Gem fan over here. Closet Gem fan. I've been an out Gem fan for years. You all should know I'm a massive Gem fan. Yeah, WJ, it was the point was that it was Brad Armbuster, wasn't it? Or Armbruster, and the insinuation was that it was Ace. And that when he crashed his Sky Striker, they built his kind of gear around him from his ship, from his crash ship. Yeah, so that was the whole point of that kind of G.I. Joe crossover. And it's in the same, technically, it's the same Sunbow universe, I guess. Am I right, Martin? I know it's more action forcey than Vamp, the Ore Striker, but it's definitely more Sunbow as well, I think. And I know like there was a lot of Vamps and Mark IIs in Master Vi in the miniseries. Vamps show up in both, don't they? But the Ore Striker, man, I don't know. It just seemed to be on everything. Go after that. It seemed to be as soon as it was released, it was in every episode. Oh, Diana, yeah, he's in all the Sunbow stuff, but Visionaries and My Little Pony. I wonder if he's in that bit of the intro Visionaries when they're talking about the history of how things came to be, and he might be on like TV or something. I'm just kidding. No, yeah, that's. I kind of hope that they revisit Visionaries and do it again, and then have Hector Ramirez as like an old TV clip that they're watching. That would be great. Yeah, Hector gets around, W. Hector gets around. Yeah, what happened to Ace in Humanoids was horrible. It's dark, isn't it? Because he crashes his plane, and the only way to save his life is to build what's left of him into a cyborg with the rest of his ship, right? I think that's what it was. Similar vibes to Cops and Bowser and Blitz's backstory. Because Blitz is a dog that ends up almost dying, and they have to save it by turning him into a cyborg. And it's really heart wrenching as well. But happy in the end that his dog is still there, although it is mainly robotic when you look at it with the siren on his back. That is a great touch, by the way. Oh, that's a good one, Couch Boy. Yeah, the old Star Wars Vader figure bust carrying case. Yeah, Coco, Snake Eyes, or Destro, or all three. Yeah, that'd be wicked. That would actually be really cute, wouldn't it? I'd like them to do that for Reaction. I think that'd be quite a cute thing for them to do, and it's something I could see them doing. Like Duke's head, just walking around like you just beheaded him or something. It'd be harsh. Gem is truly outrageous, Robert H. It really is. Oh, Joss Ray, you did the art for this box, this artwork right now that I've got on screen. If so, fantastic work. This one. Sorry, this one. Fantastic work if so. Please confirm if that is the case. A big shout out, Joss Ray, for doing amazing work. If that is, I don't know what box you're talking about. If you might be talking about something else in the thing, but let me know. Confirm if that is the case, and I will shout you out again. Could Super7 make Inhumanoids Ace Armbruster? Hopefully. That'd be great. Be amazing. Sorry, Todd Smith, I know you're having a conversation with Couch Boy. That is a great idea from Couch Boy. That one about the carry cases, definitely. Phoenix, next HasLab, Cobra Transport Aircraft Season 1 intro. My goodness, that thing's massive. That thing's massive. It would be the size of a house, and I'm all in. I think a good one would be that has come up. A lot of people have talked about it. And that is things like the Cobra Transport helicopter from the comic, the Aspid. I think that would be really cool as a Ultimates would be a bit too much of a stretch, I think. But like as a HasLab thing would be cool for O-Ring. For Reaction, it would be a cool thing. So yeah, I'd love to see them do that kind of stuff. Okay, right. I think I've come to the end of the comments now. I won't be taking any more questions, so no more. Okay, one more, Robert H. Ultimates ROM the Space Knight because Hasbro needs to make something new to keep the trademark at some point. Good point. Actually, I'd be up for that too. If they'd, that's the thing. The Ultimates seem really appealing with some of these amazing, like the kind of IDW connected unit or combined universe stuff. Like Mask Ultimates would be quite cool. Like the figures, obviously you're not going to get vehicles that size. You might get like Condor, but like, and maybe Thunderhawk, but you're not getting Switchblade and Rhino. That would be crazy. I'd be happy if they did, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, yeah, to get like Rom the Space Knight to get like Inhumanoids, to get Mask, G.I. Joe, Transformers, all that kind of stuff, Ultimates. It's just great. That's what I'm here for. Inhumanoids, Gem, Visionaries, guys. Visionaries Ultimates. Why are we not talking about this? Why are we not talking about Ultimates Visionaries? I'm gonna up my email sending to Super7 because that needs to happen. Okay. Oh, Christopher Moody. Is it? Don't tell me. I'm not looking. Geraldo? Is it Geraldo Rivera? Let me know in the comments if I'm right. No one said anything yet, so I'm telling the truth. No one said anything. I haven't copied it. I'm answering the question from Christopher Moody. Did I know that Hector Ramirez is based off a real American TV personality? Do I know who? And I have said Geraldo Rivera. Am I correct? No one said it in the comments yet, so I'm feeling like if I'm right, yay! Brilliant. I was right. Thank you, Christopher Moody, for the quiz. And also thank you for making it a question I knew the answer to. Couch boy, got to get a job at Super7 so I get every figure. It'd be hard to otherwise. There's just so many. I'm loving the drops. Yes, mate, big time. Yeah, and Diana, it is Geraldo. I knew the guy who directed the Geraldo Chair episode. Cool, very cool. Yeah, cool. All right, well that's it then. That is it. I am calling it a day. We've talked about Super7 Ultimates Wave 3 video from Brian Flynn. Check that out. Link in the description right now if you want to check it out. You get to see all of those up close and personal. We talked about these new drops for these amazing Super7 troop builders, 3 snakeling variants and 4, count them, 4 female G.I. Joe soldier combat engineer variants based on the trading card and the black female kind of idea, kind of Lady J-ish kind of but black character. Anyway, there'll be more information about that on Yojo. Yeah, and also, how could we not forget Cheeky Firefly from ThreeZero, an amazing reveal from the company for their Fig Zero figure. Like I said, that's everything tonight. I will be back again probably tomorrow based on how things are going. I imagine there will be more images of Firefly and pre-order information soon. If it's not tomorrow, it will be this week, no doubt. There will be a lot of other aspects. I'm sure there'll be some new. Well, I imagine those Snakeling figures and Super7 Combat Engineer females will also, there'll be more, an official reveal of that. I won't probably do a news burst if it's just an official reveal with the same stuff we already know. I probably won't do that. But if it's new information, new figures, new variants, of course, I will be back to talk about it on here because it's like an OCD thing now, isn't it? Anyway, Cheeky Firefly for the win. Absolutely. No, Christopher, Diana didn't ruin it. I got it before she said anything. Trust me. Trust me. I knew before she said. She didn't ruin it at all. Don't worry. Josh. Oh, apologies, Josh. Sorry, you were talking about the box art for Steel Kaiju. Thank you for letting me know right there because I would have got that completely wrong. Awesome. And I have seen that and it looks amazing. So great job on that, Josh. Amazing stuff. Thank you very much for commenting as well and letting me know. And yeah, shout out to some cracking artwork that you did for that. Thank you very much. J-Mac wants to get a female doc. Absolutely, that'd be really cool. Was it his daughter or was it his niece? I can't remember off the top of my head. No worries, Phoenix. I try to read everyone's comments, but have a great night yourself. And Couch Boy, I know Diana knows all. Never forget that, guys. Diana Davis does know all. She's a very knowledgeable human being. Right then, that's it, guys. Thank you so much. Oh, here you go. Also, if you want your letter printed, put OK to print in the letter as well as contact info. I did not know that. I might have to send another email then, Diana. Apologies. Thank you. Full course, says John Doran. I will see you guys on the next one, which will probably be very soon. That's it for me. I'm going to eat this gorgeous dinner. I'm probably going to heat it up first, though, because it's, that's not fair on anybody. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks again for jumping on. It's been a pleasure. What do we do at the end of all these episodes? After 3, 1, 2, 3, full force. See you later. That's it for this installment of the Full Force News Burst. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. See you next time, and as always, full force. Make sure you get involved with the discussion by liking, sharing and commenting on these videos, and as always you can keep up with the show after listening by following on Twitter @TheFullForce, liking the Facebook page facebook.com/TheFullForce, and if you would like to contact the show you can message us on either of those platforms with feedback and questions. We also have a Patreon page, so if you want to show your support for the show, see your name up in lights on these videos, or enjoy exclusive bonus content, then check out patreon.com/TheFullForce podcast, or click on the link on any of the posts this podcast appears in. Full Force.